United Arab Emirates. Welcome to the first webinar virtual panel of Prodigy Bureau Global Women Speakers UAE in collaboration with Ladies of All Nations International UK. This is Lau Charmaine Choco. I am your one of the hosts for tonight, and I am the managing partner and chief operations officer of Prodigy Bureau, an event and talent management company based in Dubai. We are the organizer of the Global Women Empowerment Summit every year here, and this year will be our fourth year. It will be in November 19, 2021. And next year, we will be moving to the Philippines, and hopefully 2022 will be in the Kingdom of Bhutan. And together with me organizing this fabulous event is Dr. Caroline Makaka of Ladies of All Nations International. Hello, Dr. Caroline. Hello, say hello to everyone.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Thank you, everyone.
Welcome back. She's just come back from being sick, but she's very okay now. Thank God for your health, Dr. Caroline. And before anything else, I would like to thank each and every one of you for accepting our invitation to be one of our panelists and speakers in this very important webinar, Women and Technology, Your Challenges, Your Opportunities, and the Future of Technology in the Women Empowerment. And hopefully we'll be inspiring women all over the world who can see us, the recording of this video, of this webinar after our live discussion. It will be in the YouTube channel of Lady of All Nations International UK. And before we'll start, I would like to let you know that Luwani is a non-profit organization brought to life by innovative partnership between women of all backgrounds and cultures who have a shared vision of driving better change in today's global communities. Luwani operates worldwide, chiefly to bring nations together under the umbrella of humanity, with the ultimate goal being to support and uplift the underprivileged in various communities. And for you to know, Luwani is hosting a worldwide leadership conference in September in London. So whoever wants to be connected, please send your email or your interest in luwaniworldleaders@gmail.com. And together with Luwani is the Prodigy Bureau Global Women Speakers. PB GLOWS, as we call it, is under the umbrella of Prodigy Bureau, which manages women speakers and responsible in organizing women events like the Global Women Empowerment Summit. PB GLOWS consists of women who are trailblazers, game changers, and movers. Women who aims to empower other women globally, give hope to the hopeless, and encouragement to the distressed. A group which embodies solidarity, equality, integrity. So these are your organizers for tonight. And for October, this is our first webinar for women. And this will be followed on October 30 by the women with who are cancer survivors. So hope you can join us again. And without much further ado, we would like to introduce to you our gorgeous host. She's not a technology savvy speaker. That's why she accepted this invitation, because she wants to learn more about this topic. Dr. Akshata Prabhu is a Miss International World India 2020. She is the founder of TIGP and co-founder of Dream and Believe Foundation, pediatric dentist, entrepreneur, international speaker, fashion model, and beauty pageant title holder. We have a powerhouse host tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome our host, Dr. Akshata Prabhu.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Charmaine, for that wonderful introduction. And thank you for the warm welcome that I've received from all of you. At the outset, I have to thank Ladies of All Nations International, Dr. Caroline Makaka, Charmaine, Prodigy Bureau, for having considered me worthy enough to be the host for this August gathering. And yes, thank you, Charmaine. I want to learn so much from all these dynamic, powerful women who have really set records in their field of technology. Well, I have grown up as a child hearing that women, girls, ladies, and technology, well, they don't go hand in hand. And I'm so, so, so proud that all of you are here to bust that myth, that biggest myth that some societal mindsets really have. And all of you have accomplished so much in your life. So, Charmaine, with your permission, may I go ahead and introduce the first speaker?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So our first speaker is going to be Sudha Mani. Welcome, Sudha. So to tell you a little bit about, hi, how are you? You can unmute yourself. So to tell you a little bit about Sudha, she's the creator of three signature systems, the 6 Ps of chatbot strategy framework for business success. Awesome. AWESOME, online success, business success blueprint, the passive income generator, luck, personal success model, computer science degree holder that she is. She also has a master's degree in business, and she's a speaker in various fields like technology, leadership, artificial intelligence, and strategy. And there is so much more that we would want to know about you, Sudha, your life journey, your personal experiences, and then lead us to your talk. Over to you, Sudha.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for the invite. Thanks to the organizers and also Akshata.
Thank you.
I didn't want to be in technology. I
Okay.
wanted to be a doctor. My school, the or GCSE or A levels or the higher secondary, was in science. I had all science subjects: physics, maths, chemistry, biology, or botany, zoology, and my maths mark was really very good. So when my I wanted to go into engineering or into doctor or MBBS, and I didn't get it. I was really devastated, even though I had marks. In India, there is this myth of like you've got to pay the capitation fee for everything, and my parents said no, that's not possible. You are going into a college or university where there is no capitation fee and you get it on merit. And I was like 97%, and you didn't get it. It was at that point I could not digest the fact that I could not get into engineering or into medical. So went into bachelor's degree. First year was a rebel. I didn't want to do anything. I was just, how dare you put me in this which I don't want to do it. And then the second year, somehow I got into it. I got into computers. I never had computers at home. In 1992, no computers at home. All you have to do is to go into a lab where you can get access to the computer. And that's how all my 3 4 years went, going into lab and learning about it. You don't get access to the computers as well. You need to book for the computer lab session. And then I realized at that point that this is this may be my calling. This may be what I need to do. When you are given a lemon, you've got to make a lemonade. Instead of throwing it, saying it's sour, I don't want this, I don't want to do this. And I think that comes from a background where my grand was saying, oh, you shouldn't be complaining about things. You should be happy about whatever you get. At the prime age of 18 or 19, you don't realize all these philosophical talk of like you've got to accept what has been given to you. But I realized at one point, okay, there's no point in throwing tantrums. I've got this opportunity. I've got to make out of it. And 3 years passed, and I had good friends, and a couple of the friends and I joined together and started a forum to help other students within the college to do the computer science projects, so that they all come from the same situation as we are. Not many of them have got computers at home. Not many of them have got books which they could afford, because most of the computer books at that point was of foreign publications, or they are expensive to get. Not all the libraries would have all the books which you need to go for. So we thought, why not start up a forum to help other students? I was good at C++, object oriented programming, and COBOL. If many of you may know, that's one of the business framework, the mainframe. And I thought I was university first in COBOL, which was a nightmare. If you miss one full stop, the whole computer it won't compile at all. So I felt this is needed for other students to know. To my amazement, to all our amazement, that it just grew and grew. We were given projects for writing. We were doing it for free. You know, we thought they can't afford to pay for the books. Why would they afford to pay for the help which they need to do? So it we started out overnight, and it just grew into a big massive forum. And it went on for 3 years or so, and I was working full time, and then we go and work on this one, helping each other out. And then I got opportunity to work in the UK. Actually, it didn't come. One of our partners, or one of my friend who was with this project or in this venture, passed away all of a sudden, brain hemorrhage. He was dropped dead in the airport, and it kind of just threw us out. A couple of Rajesh and I, it threw us out and said, okay, we need to just close up the shop. We didn't even know how to close the business. It wasn't considered as a business. It was like a side gig, a hustle we were doing. And then I moved to UK in the year 2000. In the year 2000, I felt um, people needed to know what how to use the computers. And it's corporations, they spend so much money, but they don't pay attention to the technology side of it. Even though the server goes down, or the program doesn't work, or the data is not being collated properly, all of this would throw the whole organization off. In spite of it, they never paid any attention to the computers or to the technology department. They always said, oh, they are the sidekick. Oh, we'll tell them what they need to do, we will get it done. It is not how it works. It's all together. And on top of it, women are not allowed, or no, I wouldn't say not allowed, that's a too strong a word. Women, when she says something, it was not taken into account. The same thing a man says in a different tone, it got accepted. And I was like, that's exactly what I said just a few minutes ago. And I felt it was so offensive. I always raise my voice. I've always been a rebel, raise my voice, and then you're like, oh my gosh, here she comes. She has to do this. So at that point, I realized women has to be heard. Women has to be given that opportunity. And I completely agree with Akshita, which where women are not supposed to be in the science, or taking, even in the science, they are supposed to be the doctors. They're not supposed to be the nurses. They're not supposed to be the other technicians who go with it. They're always a doctor. Okay, they should be a doctor. Any other subjects are no for girls. And it is also no for mechanicals. It's no for being in the science subjects, especially technology. Oh, what are you doing? You're the only girl in the whole team, how come? And all of this has raised a rebel in me and saying, This is not how it has to work, and everyone is equal. We are not born 12 months. We are not in the womb for 12 months or 7 months. We are given certain number of months, and we all go through that and come out of it and realize this is how. And then I realized I have to teach my own friends to put their kids in the science subjects, encourage them in science, encourage them in doing mathematics. This is my mission, I would say, that every lady, if she could cook and clean and wash and do other things, they are equally competent to do the technology or the science or the engineering things or maths. They are fully competent, and they are the people who are encouraging their kids to become as confident in. And the number one thing which has come lately, about 7 years ago, we get paid. I've always been a consultant. We have to go the same time the guys go or the male counterparts go. We have to do everything what they do, but we are paid one third less than the consultancy amount the guys get paid. And on top of it, I'll tell you this diversity is one of the things which I saw in the post, which is we are considered to be women in technology. There is no men in technology group. This is so offensive, that women in technology, and we are given induction in a different form than the men. Why are not we treated women in business? At the same time, women in technology gets more slack than any other thing. They say, oh, you're just a woman. We've got to put you in a group, and we've got to tell you this. If we are going to be in women in technology, we need to empower other women to join us to become that massive force which no man can say no to. When they see that, oh my God, this is not the person I should be messing up with. This is not the person I should be ignoring. This is not the person I should be taking light off. And at the same time, girls, I would want all of us to dress as we want. This is another thing which we have all, or I don't know whether you have come across this. I have come across this. If you dress up, put a lipstick on, and do other things which girls do, like, and you're seen totally different. If you're in the technology, or especially in the computer science, you have to be wearing grabby jeans, black t-shirt with no any women thing around it. It's, or if you come up with the prettier dress, or wear a dress or wear a skirt, it's been seen as, oh, what does she want? How does she climb on this next level? Is she trying to do things in such a way that she gets out of the charm, not out of the qualification she has got? That's exactly what I want to do. I want to empower all the girls in the country. We were 41 students in the class of 1992. Only 11 of us were the girls, 1992. And out of that 11, yesterday I found out that only 3 of us are still in technology. And all of the girls who have got kids don't want their girls to, especially girl kids, don't want their girls to go into technology. Why? Because they can't go to music lessons, they can't go to dance lessons, they can't go to these colorful parties. Why? Why? Teach them the self defense and send them to the parties. Why? Why do women curb other women down? If you speak up, you are arrogant. Why does? This is exactly what I want to change in parents, especially mothers, that they need to encourage, they need to make their girls more stronger than they are. They are born stronger.
Absolutely,
We can
absolutely,
create.
Sudha.
That's exactly what I want to do. Back to you, Akshata.
Thank you so much, Sudha.
Hopefully I kept to the time. I was so passionate about the subject.
Well, you were so absorbed in the emotions. I have to say that each one of us felt that. And that was the best part about your talk. And I have to say that you are somebody who's breaking stereotypes and are paving the way for the future generation. So
Thank
I have a question for you, Sudha. If you had the opportunity to give out that one message and do something for this generation, educating them, telling them something about your field, your tech field, what would that message be? What would you do?
Change is the only constant when it comes to technology. Technology changes all the time, and if you're so stuck up in certain ideology, then it is really hard for you to understand the technology. You need to be on the ball, you need to just get on moving so quickly. I think that's what fears many women, that we are moving so fast. By the time we catch up, that it just the goalpost is moved further, and they think, oh my god, I can't keep up with this. It doesn't happen for men. Even if that happens, I don't think it is seen that way. But for women, we've got other things to go with it. We've got other responsibilities we have, that we are not able to catch up with us. Change is the only constant. We Once we arrange our time, that is what luck, one of my framework, is all about. It's about leveraging our time in such a way that we show what our uniqueness is, what our knowledge is all about, and then gain it in a shortest amount of time that delivers the results.
Yes, absolutely. That's very well said. And you would be delighted to hear that I am the CEO of multiple ventures. One of my ventures is the International Glamour Project, and 80% of my tech team are females, and only 20% are males. And and I think that makes you really happy, right? Because I personally feel the sensitivity that brings along with the technology is something that connects, and we're living in a virtual world today. The content that you give out there, the digitalization, the way you package your data, that's very, very important.
Yeah, it's all in the package. That's the most important thing, that we all, you know, the tampons. I don't know, many of you panelists here would understand this. Tampons was invented by men without any consultation of women in the group. I was like, that's not the right way to do it, people.
Right, right. So I think, Sudha, thank you for your entire view on the tech field and what your thoughts are. Thank you for that inspirational talk. Now we'll move on to the next speaker. So let's welcome Dr. Narisa. Hi, Dr. Narisa. How are you? You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Okay, let
You're
me
still on
unmute
mute. Yes,
myself.
now I can hear you. To
Thank you.
introduce Dr. Narisa to all of you, Dr. Narisa holds a PhD from the London School of Economics and has many years of experience working both in academics as well as in business. She's a qualified auditor from the Big Four and has spent 20 years as a senior lecturer and finance director. Ooh, that's like amazing. Even when I read your CV, it gives me goosebumps.
Start to
Well,
all.
she's also the CEO and founder of Kojo or KogoPay, a new fintech startup in London, focusing on providing mobile payment solutions using current technology. Wow, I'm already in awe of you. I give you my crown.
Thank you for introducing me, and thank you for having me here. Yeah, you mentioned about my background. So I was born in Bangkok. I'm Thai. I came here to UK 24 years ago for my PhD. And yeah, I used to work in both academics and business. And a few years ago, I set up my own business, CocoPay. My focus is CocoPay is to be a mobile wallet, mobile payment. My focus is on cross-border payment, instant cross-border payment. My business, we have the payment license in the UK with FCA, and we're waiting for another license in Europe, so we can have mobile wallet cover not only UK but in the Europe as well. So I hope that I can launch my CocoPay before Christmas. Um, 2 weeks ago, when I doing my quiet time, I have vision that I like to do something to celebrate my hard work of getting license, get investment is not easy, it's tough, and get application done also. So I have a vision that I can use my application to help other people as well. Like QR code payment is very simple in Asia, but not in UK and Europe. So hopefully I can use my technology to help homeless people. This is the people that I like to help them. So we can print out the QR code payment and give it to them, and they can use in the hostel or the shop to get the food. This is something that is not the core business, but it's something that I like to do. Just want to uh, tell the story why I am interested in the financial technology of fintech. It started in 2016 when I'm interested in blockchain, DLT, distributed ledger technology. So we did some research. I have a group of people that I set up together to do some research. And I started with investing in a fintech company in London first. Their project is about blockchain, instant cross-border payment. So I invest some money there before I setting up my own business a few years ago. And that's how it started. But actually, what inspired me because my background is my PhD is in compliance, finance and compliance, not the tech, not like Sudha. So I have get advice from you in the future about C++, Python, whatsoever, because I'm interested in all these technology as well. But my background is not in technology, not computer science. My background is more finance and auditing. But 20 years ago, when I first came here, I came here in 1996, so 24 years ago. I went to, actually before LSE, I went to Imperial College first for 1 year. So 20 years ago, as you know, it's a .com, it's an internet.com. I'm so excited about that. And I learned to make the website with my engineering friend. So I did my website in about 1999 or 2000, called thaismile.com. It's the first website about Thailand. You can search about Thai restaurants and you can search where to go in Thailand. 20 years ago, now, it's just normal, but 20 years ago, it's quite new. So I always interested in, all these technology, .com, whatever technology. So I learned, I like to learn it, and I put myself into that and learn how to do it. And like I said before, a few years ago, I'm interested in the LT blockchain. So I invested there and I did some white paper and I'm trying to do some business that dealing with something I'm interested in. So we formed a team and doing it, but it's not easy to combine, use the technology integrated with, like mobile payment. I put aside of the blockchain, but I still, when the time comes, I will do it because of there's a limit of technology that we can use because of the bank because of the regulators as well. If you deal with this, it's not easy to get a license. And you say that I want to do cryptocurrency or blockchain. So I'm going to start with something simple for technology like wallet, QR code payment, cross-border payment, real-time cross-border payment. And when the time comes when, like lots of government try to do digital currencies, when the time comes, I think eventually this blockchain, DLT, cryptocurrency will be able to do it. So at that time, I will be able to bring my project back on the table and start again. So I always interested in technology and put myself into, to the technology that I would like to study and do it. So I'm interested in something, I studied and I do it and go ahead with the project. Just put the money in and get some investors. That's how it starts. I think I just follow the question that you sent it to me. And the next one is about the outlook of tech entrepreneur in the post-COVID-19. Is it what I'm thinking about that? From my experience, I want to share experience with you. I think we had to learn to expect and unexpected. And agility is very, very important. Agility in business strategy, workforce, employee, tech strategy. I'm telling you about my experience. In March this year, we're supposed to meet with many investors who want to invest in CocoPay. And we already booked our conference venue in Bangkok on 22nd of April. I want to launch it. We plan to launch it with my partner in Bangkok. But COVID-19 came, and we have to cancel all these. So everything has to be stopped and paused for a while. So not just me, but almost everyone. So during COVID-19, I also see many amazing solutions in innovation coming forward during this difficult time, from healthcare to HR, education, logistics, and also new deep tech. And women have also been bringing forward interesting innovation during COVID-19 as well. I believe as women, we are very flexible, very adaptable, resilient, and multitasking. And I see more people, including the governments, supporting women in tech during this time as well. So I hope to see more support to women after COVID-19 as well. And I know one of the questions that I have on the email is, what is the goal setting for professional and personal success? For me, professional goal, I want to launch it ASAP because of my application, not only just designed to make money or, for business, it's designed to be able to help other people as well. So we have a lot of projects that we plan to help, like homeless people and people who don't have a lot. We want to encourage our customers to join us as well. So we have a lot of things that we plan. So I want to launch it ASAP, and my professional goal is to exit my business. 4 years ago, I said 12 years. So now 4 years passed, so it's about 8 years time. If I can exit my business successfully, I'm gonna achieve my personal goal. So my personal goal is I want to do long-term. I'm a short-term missionary or volunteer helping homeless and orphanage children. So every year during summer, I take my 2 boys to orphanage homes on the mountain in Thailand, near Burma, to help orphanage homes. So every year we've been doing this for 8 years now, since my children like 5 and 7, now they are 13 and 15. So my personal goal, like after I exit my business, I want to do it as a long term. So my plan is, I know where I like, what I love most, and what I want to do. So this is my personal goal, why I want to do business. And technology is what I love to, and I like new technology, but my personal goal is not doing forever. So my professional goal is different. And I just follow, what is the challenge and opportunity that I found since I set up my own business? Being in academic is not difficult. I mean, I love it. I love to give to community and teach the children, the new generation. But having business is different world. It's not like the world that I contribute is. In commercial, you have to be tough sometimes. It's not my nature. So what I find is challenging, the most challenging, if I have to pick one, is I think it's not easy for Asian women tech startup, the founder in UK, Europe. trust me, I try to raise fund, and I've not been able to raise in UK and Europe at all. I mean, so far. I did crowdfunding. I shouldn't say that I can raise fund. I did crowdfunding December last year. So we raised about 200K in crowdfunding. But I mean, for the big round, I found it quite difficult, very challenging. You're Asian and you're a woman as well. It's not easy. If I have to pick one, I'll pick that. It's not easy to raise fund for a woman, Asian woman. The opportunity that I have since I have my own business is I share my compassion. I share my dream with a lot of people, my team, my investor as well. The one that I have. I have two investor, angel investor. I raised about $500,000 in 2018 from two investor from Japan. I share what I like to do, not just to make money. It's not like conventional, business that just to make money, but to help people along the way. So I have an opportunity to share my experience with team, with investor, and I have wonderful teams that who stick with me during challenging time because they know that what we do in the future can help people. So technology, not just to advance technology, but we can use technology to be inclusive to help people as well. We want to help unbanked or underserved people as well. So that's some opportunity that I can share. So hopefully, after we launch, we can share this vision and idea to our customers as well. So far, last Friday we just signed a contract with another investor from Singapore. So the investment should come this week as well. So far, yeah, we do certify because the last one is. I want to give up so many times. It's not like academic well, but we persistent, we carry on, and so far we're quite happy with what we're doing. And hopefully by this Christmas or early next year, you will see CocoPay launching. And we want to be different. That's my story.
Fantastic. That's fantastic, Dr. Narisa. You're a well-rounded personality, a multifaceted woman. My question to you is, as a woman in tech and finance who's dabbled in all of it, plus you're doing a lot of charity work, etc. You've already told us that raising funds has been your most challenging aspect. I want you to share with us a little small anecdote or maybe something where you felt maybe you had a second thought about you being in the field of finance or tech. Did you ever feel that? Did you ever have a second thought?
Do I have a second thought of why I'm here? I shouldn't be here, or
about dabbling into finance and tech? Maybe I would have become a doctor or a nurse or maybe an actress or a model. Did you ever think that? Why tech and finance?
When I was young, I like Sudha. In Asia, if you do well, I'm always number one in the class or number two. I'll never be number two. Anyway, when I was young, in Asia, you have to be doctor. But I just realized that when I see blood, I fainted. So I can't be a doctor. So I told my mom I can't be a doctor. I'm good in math, so I love business. I tell you my secret, not secret. When I was 15 years old, many years ago, we have 5 friends who want to do something together. So we organized, at that time, my age, it's discotheque. So at 15, we sell ticket to friends, about £5 at that time. And we sell, in the beginning, no one bought the ticket for us. So our friends dropped from 5 to 3. But eventually we got like almost 1,000 to queue up to come to our discotheque that time. So we sold the ticket and then we make profit. At that time, I think we have about £2,000 profit each. So at that time, I feel that, we love the number.
So you've been an enterprising person right from the age of 15, right?
Yeah. And then even though I was a full-time lecturer, I always have my sideline business, CD shop or whatever, and magazine. I have supermarket in Hammersmith as well. It's like an investment. So I like to think of, I like finance, I like number. And I never have a second thought that I wouldn't be able to combine, finance and technology. I always fascinated about this business. Yeah.
You've made the right choice. You're absolutely good at it.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. Narisa.
You're very welcome.
A pleasure. Now we'll be moving to our next speaker. Let's welcome Layla. Layla Gafashat. I hope I'm getting your name right, Layla. So Layla is a
Yes.
media and visual communications lead at John Hopkins Aramco Healthcare, a joint venture between Saudi Aramco and John Hopkins Medicine. Layla graduated with a bachelor's degree in English literature and has worked in several fields, including education, HR, social media, PR, media relations, marketing, and corporate branding. She enjoys reading, writing, photography, graphic designing, filmmaking, and is an award winning public speaker. Laila, what is it that you've not done? You've done everything. Wow.
Well,
I
I'm
mean,
working on audio now. It's very challenging.
so tell us about yourself, your journey, your experiences, everything about your
Okay.
topic, your
All right.
subject, Laila.
I'll start by apologizing because due to technical issues, I'm using my iPad and my camera is on the side and I keep missing where to look. So, hello everyone. I want to start by saying that I'm not truly a tech person, but I'm working hard on becoming one. I mean, you're all so impressive. As I'm an editor, a bilingual content creator, but I mostly work in visual communications. And I only started getting into the tech side of it when I was trying so hard to establish our social media platforms. So why did I venture into this scary technological territory with its equally super smart inhabitants? Two reasons: self-sufficiency and control. I needed videos to strengthen my online content. Unfortunately, I didn't have a team and I wasn't going to cut shortcuts. Although I always aim at being self-sufficient, there was no way I was going to try to learn videos. I mean, have you seen the equipment they use, the software they need? Until one day, my boss asked a colleague to take a smartphone videos of one of our new facilities. And as we had a volunteer who will edit the footage, I was, okay, fine, that's good. My colleague asked me for tips because of my photography background, so I ended up helping a lot and I enjoyed it. I loved creating the scenarios, picking location, casting people, and most of all, directing. I'm very bossy. So directing really went with my personality. The best part, someone else will have to deal with the technological side of it. I'll just have to do the art. The editing was finished. People liked it. I didn't. To be fair, the volunteer who did the editing was still a student and it was very basic. I would say too basic. Then we got a professional agency to take videos for us. They weren't bad, but they weren't impressive either. And I kept thinking, I can do that. Maybe I can do that. The deciding factor was control. That's my second reason for getting into this. The editing and approval process was so slow. It took days for each little correction to be implemented. It was frustrating. So I decided it was time to finally do it. No more depending on others, I'll just do it. And like almost everything else in life, it was easier said than done. One of the first challenges was a financial one. Did I want to sink money into learning a new complicated skill that I might not even be good at? Not really, not really. So I decided to start small. Nothing wrong with baby steps. Starting small meant YouTube. It was free and it was hard. The software looked so techy and complicated. All I could think of was, what am I doing? I'm not a tech person. I'm a woman of words. And yet, my words were incomplete in this era of visuals and technology, and I wanted my content to have a stronger impact. Insecurity was a hard obstacle to overcome. But I persisted, I learned, and I started creating short videos. And they weren't bad. People loved them. Some of them I liked, some of them I wish I never took. Once I got the hang of it, it became less intimidating. The unknown is always scary. So I sank money and time into it. I started taking filming and video editing courses. And once my company saw the results, they started investing in my training as well. I'm about to get a studio with a new budget. So fingers crossed. I was still unhappy with some of my productions. They weren't impressive enough. So I balanced my technical shortcomings with what I was good at, creating stories and good written content. Technology can be difficult, but impressive. However, at the end of the day, I do believe it's the human element that touches us. And once COVID-19 hit, I was grateful for having this new skill. Communication was key in this challenging phase, and virtual content was king of them all. But it needed technology to be delivered. The fact is, the world after COVID-19 will never go back to its old normal. Unemployment is rising, businesses are closing, but certain technologies have thrived, which tells us this is where the future is. I believe that whether you're an entrepreneur or a regular employee, the key to survival is to evolve. Standing still is death. Don't be afraid of change. I was. It's okay to take baby steps. I did. Your knowledge is an asset. Complement it with technology and keep on learning new skills. Don't postpone, because God knows I postponed enough. Start today. Now, I wanted to share a little short video. I didn't have a professional setting, so I worked with what I had. And I made sure that it looked as it was, a homemade video, but I supplemented it with a little story. Now, I'm trying to share it, but it tells me that only the host can share. So I'm not sure if I need permission to share my little video or just forget about it.
Well, I don't think there is a setting for screen share, Layla.
Okay, there's share content.
There is, but there, I think Charmaine
It's okay.
needs to do it. Charmaine, yeah, it's not at my end.
Sorry, Charmaine. Am I over my time? Because
Hello, I'm the host. Hi.
Hi. I don't want to take anyone's time, so we can.
Layla, I
let
think
it go.
it'll be nice if you just conclude giving us a little bit about your video or your story, whatever you've decided to show us.
Actually, because it's a visual thing, we wanted to start a series to encourage children regarding washing their hands. And so I did a series of little segments, and it included little kids, like 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds, trying to wash glitter out of their hands. And every child had a story. The first story was about Alina. Lina is 3 years old, a cancer survivor, and a little germ will not hold Lina back. So that was the story. I mean, I use the technology, but I always supplement it with a human touch, because it's just not, I picked children with stories. So next time I'll be more prepared.
In fact, Layla, I'm so excited. And in fact, along with me, everybody is so excited to visit you on your social media so that we can have a sneak into all the visual content that you.
I'll send a link.
Yes, definitely send us, and we'll be able to see all the content, not only one video, but so many others that you have made. Really
Yeah.
excited to see
Well,
that.
not all the visuals are mine, but most of the videos are mine.
Yes,
And the
from
graphic
the
design
way you
of
speak,
about 2 months ago.
from the way you speak, we definitely understand that you have an aesthetic sense and you have a keen eye for art.
Yeah, I don't think we can live without art.
True, that's true. That's true. And art and technology, it makes it even more beautiful.
Yes, yeah. I have to say, I agree with the first speaker. I mean, being women, we are pushed to learn certain self and to be boxed in a certain way, and it's very hard to step out of the box. I wasn't sure if I wanted to learn a new skills. I wanted to focus on my old skills, but being self-sufficient, something else that we women are very good at. We don't like depending on others. We want to be good at everything that touches our life. So I would say kudos for everyone who showed up today, who are speaking today. I know it's not hard, it's not easy being a woman in tech. And that's it for
Thank
me.
you so much, Layla. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. You were so motivating.
Thank you.
So we're moving on to our next speaker, Honey Pearl Pelaez. I hope I've got your name right, Honey. Yes, so Honey is the founder and director of CD Works Company. She has more than 15 years of experience in different ranges of design, right from graphic to web design to app design and app development, product design with 3D prototypes, and to digital marketing. She's also an art director and she also manages social media content. So welcome, Honey. It's all over to you.
Yes, thank you, Miss Aksha Prabhu. And
Not a problem.
it's really a good opportunity for us, from CD Works, because CD Works, we specialize 360 degrees platform of design and digital marketing. And nowadays, it's really a big opportunity for us, because today is very important to be present on every digital platform like social media, web design, and it will help everyone to find new customer and promote your products and services in a largest audience. And in CD Works, one of our strategies, making or building a business through Instagram and Facebook pages. Our team will be delivering great content and will add value to every advertisement post. So this is more like design and digital marketing services. From your email before, what inspires you to pursue the tech field? Actually, from my side, I was a designer and artist before I came into computer science, because I don't have any choice. My father really chose it for me. But I really like to have art art course like bachelor in arts in the Philippines, and that time when I'm in computer science first year, and I saw Photoshop, so I decided to shift my course into digital arts. I still have like reasons to my father to agree with me to shift on that course, because it's still in computer but in arts. So this is the reason why this is one of my inspiration before. And another thing is I really love computers. I really love applications, and by allowing myself and my my being an artist, I I expand all my skills into using technology, using different software. So let's say Adobe softwares, web platforms. It's being a graphic designers before and web designer. It's expand everywhere, not only like in different platform of design. So, and another thing is, what is your outlook of tech entrepreneurship in a post-COVID-19 economy? I'm looking forward for new strategy nowadays, because businesses are closing and they want to kick-started all the plans that they are developing this 2020 to 2021. So I'm looking forward for our services to be more to utilize all the technology that we have. Let's say all the software that we have. We have knowledge in software. We have experience in promoting products, but it is really hard to explain it to the customer because nowadays the clients and customers, they are just starting up for this kind of knowledge of new normal, and this is what I'm looking for forward. For me, I'm trying to move forward move forward together with the clients, and it's not only me, it's not only my skill set, it's not only my team, it's also the clients. We are trying to get into some meetings, explaining all the services that will be handling all the promotions for the products and services online, so the businesses will be more visible in digital space. So these are what I'm looking forward for the next following months and in next year, because we are coming for the Expo 2021, right? And this, I'm trying to work out all the strategies using the digital marketing and design. And goal setting for professional and personal success, it's too much, to be honest with you. It's too much. And for professional, it's more like I'm more like professional goals success now rather than personal, because if I'm able to maximize everything what I've known for the past experience I have, then the personal success will get along with it. Because from my side, I cannot sleep, honestly. Like, if something is not finished, I have to work it out from scratch to the finish. And this is the problem in me. See, if the professional goal is not successful, then me from my side as a personal, it will never finish. Like myself, I cannot even sleep, So these are like my goal setting. It's not even challenges and opportunities. I do have a lot of opportunities, but in a way that the opportunities I'm looking forward to stable opportunities. It's not like one time, two time. There's an opportunity. It's supposed to be like the opportunity will go like 1, 2, 3 until at the end of the strategy of our services. It's not only like try out, when it comes to, and that is like our challenges also. When we have a client, most likely the client will just try out something from our services. Let's say search engine optimization. This search engine optimization is more likely the website will be crawling to the Google search. Your website will be visible in the first and second page of the Google search. When someone write City Works Dubai, my website will be there. It's not at the end of the Google search, like number 100 page. And this is like one of our challenges, and it is not 1 month job. It is like full 1 year job. And that is even if we have opportunity, we need at the same time those challenges is coming along with it, And satisfaction about my work, honestly, I'm not really always satisfied with my work. I'm always trying my best, because in new normal, not all people are they know what you are doing. Women in tech, it needs to be a lot of let's say it needs a level of explanation for the person or the client to explain everything about your services and the result. And even at that result, it needs to have in the middle, the details in the middle, what is client trying to see before the result. This is that's the reason why I'm not really satisfied from my work. I try to work hard more and more. Like I don't sleep at all now. So this is from the content, the topic that from the women tech, and I hope you guys, if you do have some question, you can say something or
Yes, absolutely, Honeypal. That was so very well said from the heart. And we know the kind of perfectionist that you are when you say that you can't sleep till you finish the job from start
yes.
to end. So that speaks volumes about your idiosyncrasy, your characteristic, your personality that you have. And we're so proud that we have a woman like that who believes in perfection.
Thank you, Miss Akshata.
My pleasure. I had a question to you, Honeypal. My question is, where is CD Works company based?
We are based in Dubai.
Oh, you're based in Dubai. Wow. I would love to work with somebody
Yes, no
as
problem.
empowered
You
as
can drop by in our office, Miss Akshata.
yeah. I'm from India, so I would better communicate with you on email. Yes. But thank you for that inspiring talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll be moving on to our next speaker. Our next speaker is Mireli Tulekima. I hope I got the name correct, Mireli.
Mirai Tulekima.
Oh, it's Mirai. Okay, the L is silent. Okay, Mirai. Wow, I love that name. My daughter's name is Mirka, so very little similar, the first half. So Mirai,
Yeah.
Mirai is an award-winning global entrepreneur. She's a global energy consultant, an international speaker, a global influencer, and a published author and a talk show host. She's a petroleum engineer by qualification who gained her experience by working for more than 25 years in Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia in a range of technical and leadership roles for major oil, gas, and energy companies. She's published 3 books named Local Content Key Enabler for Oil and Gas Projects in Emerging Markets, Investing, Developing, and Providing Oversight in Countries of Operation in 2015. The second book, Stepping into Your Greatness, 12 Rules of Building an Outstanding Life in 2016. And Natural Gas Strategies, the Role of Developing and Emerging Markets in 2018. So Mirai, there's so much we're going to learn from you, not only about tech, finance, oil, gas, as well as life. Looking forward.
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity to be here. It's always so difficult to summarize everything that I've done so far. So my background is in petroleum engineering. So I've worked in the oil and gas industry globally. So very technical area, not a lot of women, mostly engineering, but I actually studied IT at my first part of uni, and so it was pure programming, and like any girl, I didn't like it, so I was thinking about really quitting. And so I persisted, and like Oni, I mean, my dad was kind of instrumental for me to do to go into IT. So what I did is, look at a more practical way of using IT. So when I started in the oil and gas industry, I was still using my skills as IT, but basically transitioning slowly into engineering, because when I started, it was using the IT skills to do simulations and and really help the decision-making process through my technical work in the oil and gas industry. So it was quite a difficult period, and as a woman, as a minority, as a Black woman, it was really difficult. And I think a lot of women go through it. We go into those industry where it's male dominated, and I think it's even worse in technology. And we start to be scared. We start to have this imposter syndrome and think that we don't belong there. And one of the key things that I realize is that, the best way to handle that is to just go into it as a professional and in a way forget that we are women and just say we are here, we've been able to come there and be in those industries, so we have the skills to perform, and we should not look at it as being a minority or being a woman, because then we start with a mindset of lack, and that's not really where you want to be. So I went through the whole lot. I mean, starting to really doubt myself and crying and whatever you go through. And at some point, I just told myself, I'm here. If I've been able to enter this industry, it means that, I have value, I can bring value, and I should focus on growing myself and bringing value to the industry. And, starting from there, things, started to evolve, and I really started to enjoy my journey because then, I was focusing on something more positive despite the challenges. And as long as you deliver, and especially we women, we have so much talent. We can deliver beyond, what is asked for us, because we work so hard. And as long as you do that, now you start to get the respect of your male counterpart. But it needs to be a lot of work, because you basically need to work more than them to be able to gain your place, on the table, basically. So it's been a very difficult beginning, but then by changing my mindset and pushing myself, it became something really powerful for me and empowering. And what I do right now is really giving back, because it's just I've managed to be there, but for me it's bringing more women with me. So I do a lot of empowerment work in STEM. So it's not just in engineering or technology, I do in STEM. So I started a project a few years ago in Uganda called STEM Queens. And this project is about empowering girls and women to consider STEM industry and coach them and mentor them to be able to be confident and to choose those industries and make them understand that, the future is actually in STEM for them, especially if they want to be empowered economically. So that's the economic empowerment and as well, so that they can have their place in the world. And I purposely target, regional. We go into regional areas where that the girls don't have access to always to education, to the right education. So you start to empower them and give them the opportunity, show them that there are opportunity for them. And most of them are so smart, but they just need this exposure. They just need those role models to come and talk to them so that they become really empowered. And there's another project that, I got involved into as a council member, which is called the FGM to STEM. So FGM is, the female mutilation that is happening, and it's in Kenya. So what we do, we go in those areas, and it's a project as part of the African Women in Energy. So we go in those regional areas where they still do female mutilation, and then we push the STEM agenda to really, start to help the girls, not only to talk to the authority but also empower the girl to learn the STEM skills and, the basic skills so that they can, try to get back to, get their confidence and get back to find their place economically as well. So those are, the key things. And here in Australia as well, I work with some of my Indigenous colleagues with trying also to empower Indigenous girls who are actually the one left behind as well, to be able to understand that, in Australia, most of the jobs that are coming are going to be in STEM, and there's a gap because we don't have enough, people. So if they can get interest and get trained, and they basically have a great chance to get empowered as well. So a lot of empowerment work right now. I mean, after spending myself a lot of time working globally and going through, all those challenges and obstacles. So really packaging my own experience to be able to help and empower women and girls. So the objective for me, as all the platform that I've been involved into, is to be able to at least empower 1 million, 1 million women and girls by 2025. So that's really the objective, and I'm pushing myself to do that, by collaborating with different organizations, but also, through the different platforms that I put forward. And my drive is also, what I realize is that sometimes women, we put ourselves down, and I think we actually have the right skills and the right setting as women to be good, excellent scientists, excellent technologists, but we let ourselves down. And it's important, I think the most important, the key thing is to really work on women mindset so that they understand that they can do it. They have, I mean, we all go to the same schools, but somehow girls or women drop out in between. And we have industry like technology and, science area where, or oil and gas, where I've been, or energy sector, where the women are missing. And that's not what we want. And especially, now with what happened with the COVID-19, we realize that, we need those skills, and women are there. They need to step up and take their place where they belong, because they really belong there. They have, we can multitask, we are innovative, we are creative in everything that we do. When we take care of our children, for those who have children, I mean, we have to be very innovative and creative to create a balance for the kids, for the family, for everything. So why don't we bring the same thing in those industry, and because those are the skills that those industry need. So that's really where we need to push and encourage women to understand that they can do it at home. So why can't they do it in those industry where the same skills are required and the same skills are going to work? And so that's, I think, the key message that I try to bring everywhere that I go, to let them know, this is the way you have to, you have to work on your mindset and forget about this imposter syndrome that we all go through. I know that there's always, some of the women that I talk to in the industry who actually drop out. They talk about, especially when they start families, they talk about, the fact that they have, the workload from home and all the tasks and everything. But what I tell them is that, don't already think about it as a barrier, because it's going to become a barrier if you think about it. Think about it as, how do I go through using that? And, you don't have to go alone. You have to create, I mean, for myself, what I used to do is to to make sure I get jobs in region or area where I know that I could get help, either not too far from my family or in a country where I know that there is cheap help and it's available for me. And so really doing this research so that I make really things work and push for it, because that's also one thing that sometimes women, we don't want to do. We don't want to negotiate, and sometimes we just need to negotiate. If we have a family, we have a certain setting, and we want a job, then we have to put it on the table and say, this is the package that I come with, and this is the value that I'm going to bring. So you do the math. If you want this value, then this is the package. Nothing is going to be impaired because I have a family or I have work at home. I promise that I'm going to deliver and get, and put it on the table, because I think sometimes we come in and then we eye this side. That is really very difficult for us, where we have the workload at home. But sometimes we just have to put it there when we do the negotiation in those male-dominated environment, and tell them, this is how it works for me. I'm not going to compromise on what I should deliver, but this is what it is. And at some point, maybe I will have to ask you, I don't know, maybe to have a break or something, but it doesn't mean that I'm not going to be able to deliver what is going to be asked for me. And then, you can continue to move forward. So always, look at things as opportunity, but also be very direct, because I think that's sometimes what's missing, is that we want to accommodate people, but we have to think to accommodate ourselves, especially in those industries where we are a minority. We have to educate, those male counterparts and make them understand this is what's happening, and this is how I work, and this is the value that I bring. And it means that, I'm going to still bring value to your company, but you also have to help me, to get the balance that I need. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that's really, where, the work that I do is really get to empower, women who are coming in, and make sure that they are assertive, make sure that, they communicate properly what they want, and also make sure that, they have the right mindset and they believe in themselves, because I think it's about believing in themselves as well. And not be shy, to ask what they want, because that's what the boys do. They put everything on the table and they ask what they want. Why can't we do that? Especially if we know that we are good, we can deliver also the work, and that's and I think that's where we really need to work here. So I mean, post COVID, with COVID-19, I think it becomes really evident that the digital world is increasingly becoming very important for all of us. So technology is now one of the main skills that we need, and I call it technology leadership. It's part of now the leadership, everywhere that whatever position that you have, technology is there. As a manager, you need to understand the basic. You need to understand how to use, Excel, how to use PowerPoint, how to use Zoom, how to, a lot of, at least the basic things, and how to sometimes even, make a presentation or make a poster or whatever it is. All those basic things you need to understand. You need to understand what is, AI, because at least understand what it is, what is blockchain, because those are things that are going to actually impact a lot of industry. So if you are a manager, and especially if you are a woman, make sure you get ahead, and you this is the time. With a lot of us are at home. We don't, so we have the time to learn. We have the time to educate ourselves online. So let's take the time and get, a step forward, because it's going to be about, when everything comes back together, then, when you've done your work and you're ahead, then you don't have to worry, and it's part of it, because this this fourth industrial revolution have just accelerated in 1 year. We were into it, but now it's been, it's gone really far, and we have to follow, we have to catch up. And as women, we can't, be left behind. We have to be part of it, and really push for it, because we are capable. So we have to be there. We have to be where, we belong. And I think we have to stop being afraid of, getting into the technology work. We have to stop being afraid of, taking those, jobs in, male-dominated environment, because it's we can see that at school, we're doing well as well as the men. Yeah, but it's just after that, what's going on. So it's really where, we should put our effort and push women, and women have to work together, because when
women have to work together.
Exactly, and so when one is actually able to make it there, they have to create the condition for the other woman to come there and support each other, because that's what all the men are doing. They support each other, and they make sure that they go up together. So we should do that as well, and get those young ladies, those young women, and then those girls, start to empower them, and make sure that they understand that they can do anything. It doesn't have to be the typical. It doesn't have to be for them to go into those typical area where they want women to go. They can they can do well as well in technology and in other areas. So that's really the message that I wanted to push, because really I know that there's so much talent, lying around, but it's just a matter of the mindset that sometimes we have, and this limitation that we put it on ourselves, which is not justified, especially now that we have those online platform and the technology available to us. We can basically manage to do more things. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's
so
wonderful.
If you have any question, I don't know if I actually follow the flow that you sent, but I thought that was a key message that I wanted to bring in here on this platform. So if there are any questions, then I'm really happy to take them.
Well, the biggest message that you've given us, and you've told us how you're empowering women and girls. Well, we as a platform, as well as women, are more than willing to support you in this endeavor of yours. And we feel proud that, yes, you are trying to get them on their affirmative side and trying to make them aware that we need to stand up for ourselves. We need to believe in ourselves, because most of the times it is that lack of self-belief that kills the talent, kills the skill. And you are doing that wonderful job of making them realize not only do you have the talent, but you also have the guts, the courage, and the valor to stand up to all the opposition that you have in the society. So kudos to you, Mireille.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So Mireille, I had a question to you as well as all the other speakers before we end today's session. So 2020 has been a very different year. It's never seen before by the world, the kind of restrictions that have been put on us by nature, by the universe. How do you see 2021 as? The opportunities that you will get in 2021, how your business will take up, what is it that it is going to change with the mindsets of people all over the world? with 2021 coming just after about 3 months. It's just around the corner. So what is your take on that?
Can I speak?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
My take on that is 2020 has changed people who've been, this I'm hearing from my clients who've been saying technology is not my kind of thing and I don't want to do more online meetings and all of that. That has changed. And people are embracing artificial intelligence, even though they don't want to say. Even today I got questions from, how do I make these chatbots more conversational? So they've become more okay with the technology.
So
So the
technology is going to play a bigger role
yeah,
from now
it
on
will,
in everyone's lives.
they've understood, oh my god, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. But I don't know, this one caveat to that is, I don't know how, when the world opens, how they would react to it. Would they have the same mindset which they have traveled in 2020, or would they take on more opportunities?
Right,
As far
right.
as
That's
2021 is concerned, I think AI, blockchain, to an extent, it will just wake up a bit. AI will play a massive, massive role in everything. The way they enter the farms, the way they screen the people, the way they want to communicate, all of this will be relying on artificial intelligence. That's my piece of
okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sudha.
hit. Yeah.
Anybody else would want to contribute?
What was the question? Sorry.
The question was that 2020 has been an eye opener of sorts, and it has changed the way people look at things, everything, at healthcare, at technology, at the basic existence of human life. The definitions have changed world over. So in 2021, what do you think that year has in store for all of us with respect to our business, with respect to the opportunities that we get, with respect to the mindsets that the people will have? What is your take on it?
I think people are waking up, because, in a way, we're a big part of us, and I include myself, we didn't realize how important technology was, until we had this pandemic. And now, we see some opportunity. I think some people who actually are online and doing business online right now are not going to come back to the big market, the live market. They're going to stay online. And the online market was already quite big, but not a lot of people were aware of it. But with the pandemic, we were forced to understand how the online market works, and starting to understand what are the opportunities. So a lot, I think in 2021, we're going to see a lot of businesses, a lot of people just doing business online, because it's cost effective for a lot of entrepreneurs. And it's also very flexible, especially for us women. We can work from home. We can interact with people from home, especially if we have to take care of families. So I think a lot of women are going to stay online and find a way to capitalize, on that. And
that's a big change.
that's going to be the trend. Yeah.
True. Anybody else who would like to contribute?
I agree with Sudha and Muriel. Because of COVID-19, it speed up, it bring it faster than it's supposed to be. It's not a good thing that because people have to change. I cannot go and see my mom who's not that well in Thailand. We have to sacrifice a bit. I mean, not a lot. It's not going to be the same. We have to accept that. But for technology science, yeah, I agree with both of them. Everything will be, it's online anyway, but it's bring a lot of people who think I can do it. My aunties who's very old, I can't do it. They have to. So they get used to it. I love to see.
So no more cans.
Yeah, people can, they have to, they can. So like mobile wallet that I'm doing as well, like people will use more, and I'm building AI as well. We're gonna raise more fund. I have one of my mentors from Silicon Valley as well. We want to do something about AI assistant on the mobile as well. So this pandemic will help us bring us together. I won't be able to talk to my mentor in San Francisco, but because of the COVID-19, I'll be able to have a chance to have a mentor from somewhere far away. So this is a
Yeah,
good opportunity. Also, if you look
that's
at, like many, many years ago during World War I, World War II, we have no food. We have, not me, I mean, my parents' generation, they've gone
yeah.
through all this suffering. But pandemic, we suffer, but we still have food on the plate. So I just always look on the bright side. There's, like a pandemic is bad, but also we still can talk to people like you and me talking, and we can have
Yes,
still buy
that's true.
food.
That's
Yeah, and then on the negative side, okay, it's not convenient, but we move on. And I love to see a lot more countries like China that try to have digital assets. I'm a big fan of digital currencies, and I want to see more in the future. And I want to
right.
see many cities be more cashless. Don't use cash. In the UK, people still use cash. I went to the market, they still use cash. I want to see more the people move on to more digital.
Right,
Yeah,
right. Slowly, steadily, the world is moving forward.
yeah.
Yes. So, Charmaine, hi, Charmaine, you're back.
Hi. I
Yes,
have a
we can see
question
you.
for
Yes.
all the speakers, and please answer this in 1 to 2 sentences only. Limit your answer. I mean, what advice would you give to women entering the tech field? Anything you wish you had known? Can we start with Laila?
Hi there. I would say the unknown is always scary. Take courage. Don't let previous perceptions of yourself and what others think of you define you. It's not that complicated, really. It's a skill that you need to learn like everything else. And if you're sincere about it, if you're determined, if you're persistent, you'll learn eventually. Just pick something that will complement what you already have. Like, don't look at what's available in technology. This will get me more money, when you don't know if you have the skills to pull it off. Like, first, study it. Do you have what it takes? And then go and embrace that opportunity. But don't just jump blindfolded. Because I've jumped blindfolded before. I hit rock bottom. So good luck to everyone. Did you
Pearl?
want one sentence? Did you say one sentence? I just thought
It's
of that.
okay. I enjoy the humor in it.
English literature does not commit to one sentence.
Laila is an award-winning Toastmaster speaker. That's why she's a humor a humor champion, humor speaker champion.
Yeah.
Pearl, you can any advice from you? You're muted. Yes.
Oh yeah. For all the girls who's trying to explore about more technology, explore more about yourself first, then which wherever you are happy, then apply the technology itself, because that's the way, how you develop your skills also in the new normal. Always take the knowledge of science and technology with you, whether you are script writers, you are singer, you are vlogger, you are YouTuber or social media marketer. Take everything with you with the technology, and go out and explore yourself more, and go out your comfort zone, I mean to say, because this is what I did actually. Going outside from my family and coming here in Dubai, and then explore about my talents. This is where I started to explore and go out from my comfort zone. That's it.
Very well
Thank you
said.
so much, Pearl.
Thank you.
Anyone? Narisa, Marae,
Uh,
Sudha?
for me, I will repeat what I said is that, entering this industry, don't think about your gender, think about you being a professional and just, go and be yourself. And because that's the most important thing. Second, make sure you get a mentor and particularly a man mentor and sponsors that actually going to help you to navigate as well, because it has helped me a lot in my career as an engineer in a male-dominated environment where, when you have those allies, men allies, it actually facilitates a lot of things. And I will contradict Layla. I would say, um, take risks, take risks. You don't have to have it, you don't have to have everything perfect. Take risk and, and jump sometime, because I think, and I've seen it a lot in, in working internationally in a lot of, in a lot of country where, especially when it comes down to getting those promotion. Sometimes the men, they don't actually know anything about it. They will raise their hand and say, okay, I'm ready. And they're actually not ready in terms of skills, and they do, and they learn through the process. And we women, we want to be like, study, get the perfection. And by the time we get where we are, I mean, this person is already your the CEO or whatever. So I think you have to find a balance here.
Okay, that's
Thank
great.
you so much, Marae.
Actually, I agree with Honey, Mire, and also Layla in some of the aspects, but not all the aspects. As Ray said, yes, we need to take the risk. I do always put my hand up and say, yeah, I know it, and then I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out, and somehow I turn the whole. If I've got to not sleep, and learn about it, I will. That is one thing. And Mireille, I would strongly recommend. I'm sorry to contradict, but I understand where you're coming from as well. I struggled with investments. I struggled with. I would not have a male mentor anymore. I would rather have female mentor, because that mannerisms, there are certain things which we learn from them because they are our mentors. It doesn't go well with our inner self. Sometimes we kind of think we need to behave like them, we need to do that. So I would strongly believe that we need more female mentors to guide us and to have the mindset of like, how can we move as a woman, how can we move in the field and still have our own individuality. I think I had more male mentors than female mentors. That's one of the regret I have, that not to have male mentors all the time predominantly. Yeah, sometimes we do have to rely on them, but not all the time. That's one of the regret I have. I've got more male mentors, not female mentor, that contributed to. I struggled with it. It took me ages to come out of that mannerism behaviors, which doesn't go well.
Thank you,
I
Sudha.
think my position was more in a way that, because you don't have women, so you have men, so you need those men.
I had the same excuse.
Yeah.
I really had the same excuse.
Because I think sometimes we are reluctant because, we don't see any woman. We're like, okay, no, I'm just going to do it myself. But no, go with somebody. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Narisa, your
My
share?
my advice to young girls, women in a new generation, if they're interested, they have to put themselves in women in tech. So they have to put themselves in technology, explore and study and learn. There's something interesting. It's not boring. It's not, there's different type of in technology, blockchain, AI, IoTs. There's some of them might interest them, but they have to put themselves into the technology inside the group first and explore the opportunities. For mentor, I have both women and men mentor. So I don't think at all that they're male or female. For me, we have the same vision and understanding and do research together. I have more fun working for both of them. So I never think of they are male or female. As long as I share the vision and the passion of doing research or study and do something together. So I have no problem. It's just my personal opinion about male female mentor. That's
Great.
it.
Thank you, all you lovely ladies, empowered, strong women who are rather empowering so many other more across your country, across the globe. And I hope that someday, not only this small group, but millions sit up and listen to you, because everything that you've put out today, it absolutely hit the chord. It actually was a heart-to-heart talk. So thank you so much for bringing your beliefs, your opinions, your notions. And once again, I'm really thankful to Prodigy Bureau. Charmaine, you're doing a great job. Dr. Caroline Makaka, you're definitely doing a wonderful job. Ladies of All Nations International, the organization is bringing women from all over the world together. And yes, digital is the way to go. Virtual is the way to go. It is technology that is going to support us today as well as tomorrow. So thank you to everyone who has joined this session today. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Thanks to you,
Akshata.
Akshata.
Thank you
Thank you.
for being an amazing host. Thank you so much for
Thank you.
accepting and
Thank
making
you.
our webinar had a smooth flow. Thank you each and everyone. Honey, Mireille,
Yes,
Lyles,
yes, thank
Narisa,
you.
Sudha, thank you so much. And again, if you want to join the Luwani Global Worldwide Leadership Conference, please email luwaniworldleaders@gmail.com. We have Global Women in Power Summit this November in Dubai. But if you cannot make it, we will have an International Women Forum in March and the Global Women Empowerment Summit 2021 in the Philippines. Please keep in
Oh,
touch.
yes, yes.
And if this connection will not end in this screen. So I will be sending the recording of this event, this webinar, and I will put all the details and contact details of each speaker. Please connect. If you can support each other, let's support each other. I wish to see you soon in our future events, face to face, not this virtual. So hopefully, if
Absolutely.
we will be working hard with our sponsorship, so we can fly you for free. Thank you, Dr. Caroline.
Wow.
Bye. Thank you so much,
Bye.
everyone.
Thank you.
Dr.
Bye.
Thank you.
Caroline,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye,
Bye.
Thanks.
everyone.
Bye.
Take care.
Keep in touch.